background speech therapy, and I worked in community health and private practice and the hospital setting. And disability was always just something that, spoke to my heart.
Think about creating an infrastructure that was bigger rather than doing things piecemeal, that could also have a bunch of, besides obviously successfully funding innovative programs, it would also be a great vehicle to increase awareness that would make future fundraising efforts easier.
I think Andrew and I, we just feel very, very blessed and very fortunate that, life has been really good to us and has given us many, many opportunities. And we feel that it's our duty and it's something we want to do. We want to share that and give more opportunities to people in our community living with a disability and their families, and more choice in how they want to live their lives. And hence, that's how we came up with the name, the Choice Foundation.
Number one is the Jewish values, tikkun olam, chesed, definitely, and then derech, the pathway to a better outcome. It's definitely the idea of healing the world and kindness to others. It was definitely a big driver.
We want to make a difference. We want to be able to fill the gaps. We're passionate about a lot of things, but we're super passionate about this disability space. And through Tracy Olka at Australian Jewish Funders Network, we were lucky enough to meet in person and host Jane Shearer Ruderman here in Sydney a few years ago. And they also really inspired us. It was a Jewish family as well who decided there was a gap in the Boston community, the Boston Jewish community, and they wanted to fill it. And I think that after spending time with them, Andrew and I were, let's do our bit. Why can't we fill the gap in our Sydney Jewish community in the disability space?
The thing I love about the philanthropy is it's a journey. It's not like business where there's KPIs and you can measure outcomes. Philanthropy is much more organic. You've got to try and apply those principles to create as much efficiency and as least waste as possible. But it takes a community. It takes everyone to make these things work. And I guess the thing that I like the most out of the philanthropy is that Taryn and I do it together.
Yeah.
And then my mother is involved, and we do as a family. Our children get involved, and then the greater community and the people we try to help get involved, and it makes it better for everyone.
It's about those small steps, that the tortoise will always beat the hare. And it's about putting one step in front of the other and climbing the mountain, and then one day standing at the top of the mountain and looking down and seeing, the ground that you've covered and the distance you've travelled. So for me, it's about, big achievements are often start from smaller steps.
I totally agree. It's just, if you start out with a big problem, break it up into a series of small problems and then just tackle them one by one and just try and put them in the right order. But it's just putting one foot in front of the other. We don't know where this journey will end, but we know that it's a journey worth taking. So it's just one step at a time. And then hopefully, when you look back, you've covered a huge amount of distance, and then suddenly your view has completely changed.
We've got a 14-year-old boy whose dream is to be a coach for the Rabbitohs, and
especially because they lost
in
the grand final.
We did a whole lot of interviews on our socials, on Instagram and Facebook, and the head coach, Wayne Bennett, happened to see this interview and hear this young boy say his dream was to be a coach. And Wayne reached out to us and invited this young boy to attend a footy game and training sessions. So Beck, it's there isn't just one story. It's just touching and changing so many lives, and you just have no idea.
Well, you change the world one life at a time. So when you hear all these amazing stories, it makes us feel that we're helping make a difference. I think it's doing more of the same. I think we're on the right path. I think all that will happen, what I hope will happen, is that we'll be funding on a larger scale, bigger and bolder ideas.
Continuing to get those phone calls. I have an idea. I want to run it by you, see what you think. Just lots of those,
Yeah.
and encouraging everyone to come on the journey.